Let me welcome Finneabassen in Hungary. How you doing?
I'm very good, thank you.
You're really young, and I have a question that how is it feel to be in this industry as young as you are?
Well, obviously, I've only been in this business for, just around not even a year, and I'm really trying to cope with the traveling, meeting new people. I'm usually not a super social person, but I've grown to be one, and actually I'm really enjoying it. I get to meet awesome new people every weekend. I get to play for amazing crowds every weekend, and I get to experience new countries every weekend. So that's, I feel very blessed and very, I don't know, thankful for the opportunity that I'm given.
How about the Norwegian nightlife? I mean, Oslo. We heard about Oslo nights, of course, but is it something special about Norwegian nightlife and Oslo nights? What did this mean to you?
I think it's very special. Everyone's talking about Berlin, London, Amsterdam. All these famous places, but I think you take for granted a lot of places that actually has a lot to offer, for the electronic music scene. And Oslo actually has a lot to offer. They have resident DJs at a lot of nightclubs they have had residencies at Fabric in London, Bar 25 in Berlin. A lot of really good guys, and they run nightclubs in Oslo, and they book in famous DJs every weekend. So I think the culture that I've grown up in Oslo has really inspired me to become who I am today as an artist.
What was the first moment when you realized that this is it, this is my style, this is the Finneabassen style?
I guess my trip to London last year, I went to see Audiofly, Lee Curtis, a lot of the guys from the Vision Quest label, the Wildcats, who signed Hot Waves, Hot Creations, and then the after party Wildcats played, and then Art Department all of a sudden came on. The club wasn't even bigger than this room we're in right now, and they absolutely blew my mind. And the next day I went to Phonica Records and bought my first vinyls, and that was it for me. Basically, I really tried to stay true to that style that I was presented to at that time, and I haven't looked back since, really. A couple of months later, and after the summer, once I got used to that sound, I made If You Only Knew in September, and that was the first song signed, and it's gone really well ever since, basically.
You bring me comfort to my soul. You bring me comfort to my soul.
You had remixes from Brandy and Prince. What is this relation with you, with the soul music, R&B music, and with Finneabassen? Can you tell me something about it?
Yes, it's basically I've been genre hopping ever since age 12. I've been all over the place. I've played guitar since I was 14 years old. I've been playing guitar for 10 years, and obviously I've been through a lot of genres, with guitars, and all of a sudden I was into hip-hop and then R&B, so I've scratched the surface of a lot of genres, and as well as I've been digging around in the genres. So I don't know, I think it's a culmination of all the genres I've been through, and inspiring me to do what I do today. I think it's hard to put a word on it. I think it's just that I make music that sounds good when I make music. That's basically what I can say about it.
You mentioned guitar music. When we listen to your music, most of the time you were playing the guitar. Who did taught you?
Actually, my father taught me a little bit, but I think 80% of it was self-taught. I was a big Oasis fan. Yes, Wonderwall and a lot of the other stuff, Guns N' Roses, the Beatles, obviously. So, but I was going more and more into technical stuff like Gary Moore from Thin Lizzy, and Gary Moore as an artist, and Jimi Hendrix, and you know, it's been a long journey for me, guitar-wise as well as house-wise. But you know, I've been playing guitar for 10 years. I've only been doing house for 4 or 5 years, so I feel more experienced in that field than house music. So it's a difficult balance to say, you know, I'm better than this, I'm better at this, but yeah, guitar has been definitely the biggest influence in my life musically.
How about your career? What was the biggest regard during your career that had from somebody? What was it for the biggest? I mean, your father, family, or somebody that inspired you?
Well, you know, it's been a lot of people. I think the major players in the new sound right now, you know, even though I don't like to, I have to give credit to Lee Foss and Jamie Jones for Hot Creations, because they were the first label to actually push this sound, you know, this kind of offbeat sound with bass lines, chords, more of a song than a tech house, you know, repetitive song really. And you know, as recent inspirations, you know, the Adana twins, Lars Solomon, Maceo Plex, Daniel Bort, my favorite.
Yeah, with Teddy, I mean,
yeah. So yeah, it's you know, I idolize any artist as much as the next guy. You know, I'm such a big fan, and as I said, I'm just getting used to this. So I'm trying to make a stand as an artist, but it's really hard because I still feel more like a fan than an artist. But
what does your family think about this?
that's actually that's probably the best question anyone has ever asked me, because actually my family was not very supportive, I have to be honest. I have my bachelor in innovation and business development, and after that 1 year, or after the 3 years of school, I told my family, okay, I'm doing this. I'm doing 1 year of music. I'm going to see if I make it. If I don't, I'll do whatever you want me to. I come from a family where a lot of it is expected of me, so... But anyway, after 6 months, my track got picked up, and in May I was touring every weekend. So I'm very happy it went the way it went. But now they're very supportive, they're very proud, and yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
They realize that this is your life, right?
You know, every person who wants to go into music, the parents are going to be reluctant, you know, they're going to ask you, you know, it's too many good people out there, you're not going to make it. But I think it's all about working hard and staying true to who you are, and like, give it a go, give it 1 year. Everyone can afford 1 year of their life to really pursue their dreams. That's what I did, and it paid off, and I can't see why it won't pay off for anyone else.
Was there any party during the last few months or a year that you felt at the end of the party that I don't want to stop playing music?
Definitely it was. I played at Wilden Renate in Berlin, which was absolutely amazing. You know, amazing crowd, coolest club I've ever been to. Then again, it was Watergate in Berlin, which was also absolutely amazing. Amazing crowd, amazing venue. Oliver Koletsky, who booked me there, Absolutely wicked guy. And probably my favorite party so far was Leeds in Mint Club. And Miguel Campbell came down, said hello, hanged out at his studio the day after, and yeah, you know, I think Leeds is a very underestimated town to go partying in. If you're ever in the UK, fuck London, go to Leeds.
Can you tell me about your future? Any upcoming collaborations, new releases?
I have one track called You're Not Cool Enough coming out on Acid Fruits, which is a Brazilian label. Then I have another release called Footsteps coming out on Supernature, which is Audiofly's label. And there's a B-side on that as well, and we have confirmed remixes from Adriatic and Jay Shepard, which is, you know, very big influences of mine. So, you know, when I was just told last night, so I was so happy about that. And hopefully I'm getting an EP on Noir Music, and there's some other stuff going on as well. I can't tell you right now, but I think it's going to be big, so I'm very happy about it. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff to come.